Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've posted. As y'all know, I just come on here and post when I feel like it. And I kind of want to do an update on what's going on in my life because a lot of things have happened. Currently, I'm right now in my bed. I'm relaxing. I actually had back surgery. I had spinal fusion at L4, L5 on the 24th of August. So it's been over a week now, and I actually ended up staying in the hospital for 4 days. I was supposed to be there 2 days, but guys, that is probably the worst pain I've ever been in my life. Uh, you know, I don't recommend back surgery to anybody, and this is my second back surgery. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. Uh, and I don't normally lay around in the bed, but I've been up and around today, and I just feel like I need to lay down. I tend to overdo it. That is the nature of me. Is I overdo everything. Sorry if this video is kind of like wobbly. I'm just holding the phone with my hand and coming on here and chatting with all of you. So yes, y'all know I have a video out about Belbuca. A few years ago I made it, and you know, something that the doctors, they've always told me is, you know, the pain medicine that you take, it doesn't fix the problem, it masks it. And I'm very, very stubborn when it comes to masking my pain. If I don't feel pain, that means there's nothing wrong with me. And so I go all out in whatever it is that I'm doing. And I'm a landscaper. I've been a landscaper for 24 years. I also lift weights. Now I've modified my weightlifting, but I haven't modified my job. I've been doing manual labor since I was 15 years old, and it has done a number on my body. So I started taking Belbuca, and Belbuca, at the beginning of Belbuca, my back was so bad I couldn't even walk. It was unbearable, and Belbuca gave me my life back. So I came on here and I did this video about it, how it gave me my life back, how I felt that it was safe for people who were former drug addicts, and that's where I want to pause and deeply apologize. Um, because now that I've been on it for a certain amount of years, I want to take all of that back. Before my back problems, even with my back problems, before my first back surgery, I never took pain medication because I was an addict. While I didn't take opiates, I was addicted to cocaine. I refused any type of medication because I was a recovering drug addict, and I was very proud to tell doctors I'm a recovering addict. I don't take any type of medicine. I was very proud of it. But after back surgery, uh, my first one in 2013, there was no way I could have coped with that pain without pain medication. But after, I guess, about the first year of back surgery, recovery, I got off the pain medication and I never felt the need to take more of it. I never had that drive towards opiates. And fast forward a few years, I started taking Belbuca, I believe, in 2019. It's either, yeah, I believe 2019 I started taking Belbuca. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I think it's 2019. Um, Man, it did a number for me. I got my life back. I was feeling so good. I could move, I could bend, I could squat, I could run, I could hike, I could climb, I could do all these things without any problems with my back. And I felt incredible. I took my film once in the morning, once in the afternoon. I typically took it around, it was like 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. It was like boom, boom, boom. It worked great. and and it wasn't until I believe my second year of taking Belbuca that my insurance had the I think the prior authorization had expired, and I didn't know that I had to have prior authorization for the medication. I didn't even know it could expire, and so what happened was I went a week without my medication. And the first day, I wasn't worried about it, but the first day, I noticed I started feeling not so good. And forgive my hand, I'm sorry. I noticed the first day I wasn't feeling so good. And I was like, God, I really don't feel that great. What's wrong with me? And towards the end of the day, I really started kind of getting agitated. I was starting to sweat a lot, and I was just really not feeling good. By the second day, I knew I was experiencing opiate withdrawal symptoms. I called my doctor and I was like, hey, look, this is what's going on. This is not good. I'm feeling really bad. This is not a good feeling. And they were like, well, this is the fastest we can go, you know? And I was so shocked by the third day that they didn't call in some type of other prescription to help get me through until my normal Belbuca prescription came through. And it got to the point where it was like 5 days in without my medication. I couldn't even go to work. I was in bed. I was I was starting to have the craziest thoughts. I mean, literally the craziest thoughts. Like, if I can't get my medicine, I'm gonna go buy drugs. That's where it took me. It took me to the deepest, darkest place that I hadn't been since 2007. You know, and in this kind of pool, I never had this pool before. Well, it's almost like I can't remember what it was like when I was addicted to crack. Like the pool of like, oh, you gotta go get it, you gotta go get it. I hadn't felt it in so many years, and it was a sickening feeling. And I was like, I gotta get this medicine right now. So I called my pharmacy and I asked them how much it was out of pocket, and it was $900. And I began to cry to the lady, explaining to her like I've never experienced this before, and I was going through something that I'd never had to deal with before. My doctors didn't tell me that I was going to go through withdrawal symptoms if I missed a dose. If I missed two doses and managed, this was 5 days. I was going, I was, I just, now I know what it's like for people who are addicted to heroin, or now it's fentanyl. I now know what it's like for them. Um, I can relate it to the addiction to crack or cocaine, but it's the way this makes you feel is different. The sweats, the diarrhea, the cold chills, the legs, my legs, guys, my legs would shake so badly I could not sleep. And I even went and got a massage, and I begged her, I was like, please just rub my legs. There's something wrong with my legs. I didn't want to tell her what I was going through because I was so embarrassed. And I wasn't a heroin addict. I wasn't a fentanyl addict. I wasn't an opioid addict. Here, I wasn't an opioid addict, but my body had become addicted to opioids, and that's terrifying. It's still terrifying to this day because I'm still on Belbuca. Um, and so, I've had back surgery now, and I was on pain medication in the hospital, which was desperately needed, which didn't even, it got my, excuse me, it got my pain from, a level 10 down to a level 7. Then within 2 hours, I'd be back up to a 10 or a 12. In the hospital, I was just bawling my eyes out, just crying because the pain was so severe, so severe. Um, so I was in the hospital. I had my fusion surgery because Belbuca, it doesn't fix your back. It masks the pain, and it works really well at covering pain. Almost too good. If I could go back in time and maybe rethink taking this medicine, I don't know if I would say I would definitely not take it, but I wish my doctors had been more aware of what this medication does. Um, anyways, so I've had my back surgery. It was a Thursday I had my back surgery. So it's been, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days since my surgery. My pain is like a level 7. Things are really difficult. I can walk, luckily. I walk with a limp sometimes. I've pushed it maybe a little bit here and there. So I'm trying to relax and rest and ice my back, wearing my back brace from my first back surgery, and taking my medication. I take Belbuca, and on top of the Belbuca, I've been taking the additional prescribed medication from the hospital. And, I had an appointment with my pain doctor a week before my surgery. And she said, you probably won't need your Belbuca anymore until we can just stop it. And I said, hold on. I said, actually, you can't just stop prescribing me this medication because it sends you into withdrawals. And she said, oh, I've never heard of that before. She was like, this is what we actually give people when they're coming off of opioid addiction. I said, oh, that would have been nice had you told me that before I started taking this medicine, because I didn't know any of that. I learned all of that after the fact. Like a year ago, I learned that Belbuca, which is buprenorphine, is what is given to uh, opioid addicts to help them come off of opioids. I mean, just I don't know if my doctors are ignorant, or they don't do current research on the things that they are prescribing. It's just bizarre to me. So, when I was in the hospital before I went into surgery, talking with the anesthesiologist, talking to him about Belbuca, he said he was so knowledgeable. He said, I want to let you know that because of your Belbuca, the medicines we have here might not work as well, because the way it works in your brain is it blocks other opioids. Um, so this has been a challenging road, and I have to admit that I'm kind of terrified for what's going to happen over the next few weeks when I go back to my pain doctor to discuss my further care. What I do know is I want to start to decrease the MCG, because Belbuca is in MCGs, it's not in milligrams. I want to start decreasing it. Right now I'm at 700, and I want to slowly decrease over the next, I think, to be on the safe side, I want to taper like a full year. I'm terrified of feeling that pain. I'm terrified of feeling that way. I'm terrified of how it made my mind think, because it made me think so absolutely crazy. And it's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Um, but yeah, so I'm a few days out of surgery. Well, over a week out of surgery. I'm going to try not to overdo it. Please, guys, if you have back problems, I'm just gonna say get a second opinion. I know I could have had back surgery probably 4 years ago. I could have had fusion, but I pushed it to the very end. I pushed it to the limit. I didn't listen to doctors, and I just went all out with my body, and I destroyed it. I'm about to be 38, and uh, you know, and now I've had two back surgeries under my belt, and now I'm gonna be smarter. I'm gonna be so much smarter. I'm too old to be doing dumb things with my body. I just want to get back to just living an active lifestyle. I want to get to where, I know I'll never be like actually pain free, but I would like to be relatively, pain free. I would like to be able to, go hiking and not feel like I'm dying. And I would like to go hiking and not have to take medication. I don't want to take medicine anymore. I want to cleanse my body. I know it's really done a number on my body. My intestinal system, my intestines are effed completely. I now have something called gastroparesis, which I know is caused by Belbuca, because I had no issues before with constipation, with food. I could eat and my stomach would be fine. Now, gastroparesis is this basically slow motility. Your stomach takes longer to digest food. I never had this issue before, ever. And both my doctors, my pain doctor was like, "Oh, this is not common with Belbuca. It's more common with stronger opioids." And my gastroenterologist said the same thing. And actually, y'all are both wrong. Both of you are wrong, because I have a problem that I didn't have before taking this medication, and I've been on it for a long time now. So I take medicine for my gastroparesis now, and I would really like to reverse that. I would really like to not, be afraid to eat a vegetable and have my stomach swell to, 9 months pregnant, and vomit because I ate a bowl of broccoli, or something else because random foods make me incredibly sick. So my diet is just bland. It's bland as all get out. And it sucks. And when I do eat stuff that I know I shouldn't eat, man, do I pay for it. I really pay for it. It sucks so much. Um, mm. But, anyways, guys, please take care of yourselves. If you are a person going to the doctor, you have a bad back, take care of your back. Please listen to your doctor and maybe get a second opinion. Look up some of these spine doctors on YouTube. There's some really great ones. Anthony Webb is a great spine doctor that I watch. Very smart. And then there's like two spine guys. I think there are two physical therapy dudes or something like that. It's these two physical therapists who are super awesome, super knowledgeable, and they want to get people back to living their lives. But please listen to me when I tell you, do not listen to any chiropractor when it comes to your back. If you have severe back problems, don't listen to a chiropractor. They're not a doctor. They are not a doctor. I don't know why they get to put a DR in front of their name because they are not a doctor and they could hurt you worse. Um, anyways, that is my update. It is long overdue. I'm doing okay. In a really good headspace. Yes, I'm in pain, but I'm learning to relax and to slow down. It's okay. I don't need to go 100 miles a minute. And just take this time to recover. Take care of my body because, you know, we get one body, one chance on this earth. I'm not going to continue to live it in extreme pain. I'm not going to continue to live it having to take medication every single day of my life. I'm not going to do it. I don't want you to do it. And why don't we together take care of ourselves? And I guess I'll talk to y'all later. Okay. Bye.